Hello students, how are you today? Today we have wishful imagination. That's a poem, but before we go to the poem, I would like to give you some new words, okay? So please listen to the new words and their meanings. Imagine. To form a mental image or concept of something. Now, imagine, let's make a sentence, shall we? Imagine if you were a chair, how would you feel? Or imagine if you could go back in time. Or imagine if you could go forward in time into the future. Imagine. To make a mental image or concept. Okay? So, yesterday I imagined I was living in the old age when there was no mobiles, no technology, and nothing. And I was wondering, where am I? I imagined it. It was a dream or an imagination. I don't know. Okay? Silence. Shh. Silence. Complete absence of sound. Now, where do we normally see that? Yes, well done. Silence. Silence in the library. You're not allowed to speak in the library. Silence in the examination hall. You're not allowed to speak in the examination hall. Where else is there silence? Yes, silence in court. Not allowed to speak in the court when there's a hearing going on. Where else can you be silent? Yes, silence in the hospital, because there are many patients who are not feeling well, so we have to be silent. Creator, Creator, Allah. Allah is the Creator. Allah created you. Allah created me. Allah created the whole world for us. He created the mountains. He created the trees. He created flowers. Everything that we can see around us is a creation of Allah. City of Grace. City of Grace. Medina. You can go to Umrah, and when you go to the Umrah, later on, you might like to go, or it's good to go and visit Medina, the city of grace, for some time, a week or two, if you can, and do your prayers there. It's very good. The city of grace is very calm. It is very quiet. City of Grace, Medina, is where we all wish to go after having been to Mecca. Defect. Defect. A shortcoming, imperfection, or a lack in something. Now, supposing you bought a pencil case. You bought a new pencil case, but You found a defect in it. What was the defect? Perhaps the zip wasn't working very well, or one of the pockets was torn. There was a defect in it. What else can have a defect? Yes, of course. There was a defect in my mobile. I could not download any apps. Why? Due to a defect. What else can be defect? What else could there be? A shortcoming of, an imperfection, or a lack in something? Yes. This cake, perhaps your little sister made a cake for the first time. It was wonderful, but the little icing that she made, perhaps it had a defect in it. How? It wasn't all little flowers. Perhaps there was a blob of one place, a little peak of icing here, a blob of icing there, but it's not a defect. It's just a little imperfection because she's still learning. So that is an imperfection, not really a defect. Okay? Now, pity. Pity. What could pity be? Pity, the feeling of sorrow or compassion. Now, supposing when we give zakat, okay, when we clean our money and we give zakat, we should never give out of pity, because it is the person's right to zakat. You should never give zakat out of pity. Pity is a poor substitute for love. Now, I could feel pity for my friend who was told off by my teacher because it was my fault. I was talking to my friend Zainab, and the teacher didn't hear me talk, but she heard Zainab, and poor Zainab was told to go out of the class. I feel pity. I'm ashamed because of me, my friend went out of the class. So I'm feeling sorry that I made her leave the class. Eternal, everlasting Allah. Everything will come to an end. The school day, you go in the morning, you come back. The day, it's bright in the morning and it comes to an end at night. Your packet of crisps, which you love to eat, you open it when you're hungry, and then 2 minutes later, it's come to an end. Nothing is eternal. Nothing is everlasting. Everything comes to an end apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? Eternal. Self-sufficient, when you're independent. You might be self-sufficient when I give you the home task to do. I'm going to give you the home task, and hopefully you'll be self-sufficient, able to work on it yourself independently. What else is self-sufficient? Yes, when you're given money to go shopping, you can do that on your own because you're grown up now. Your mother trusts you to go shopping and buy things you may need. Gaze, to look at steadily and admire for a long time. Now, supposing you make a lovely picture, you will gaze at it for a long time because you will say, how wonderful this picture is. Or if you wrote something in calligraphic, you wrote Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will look at it and gaze at it in admiration. And because of that, you might want to frame it. Gaze, glorify, praise and worship Allah. When do we glorify Allah? After every namaz, every time when we do our dua, we have to praise and glorify the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, students, now I've given you the words and meanings, and we've made a few sentences. The self work that you have to do is to try to make at least, out of these 10, at least 5 new sentences out of these 10 sentences in your copy. Please do them, and if you need more help, look at the video again and again to help you understand the words and the meanings. Okay, I'm sure you can do that, students. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.